Yo, what's up, beautiful soul? Listen, yo, I had to come through. I had to come through and holler at y'all. I had to come holler at y'all because, as I ask Spirit what to do in my next live on, um, I was watching these videos of like these court cases or what have you about cricket judges. And so I wanted to make that a topic of tonight's conversation. Um, a lot of people assume that judges and cops and people in positions of authority are supposed to be there. So I wanted to do a segment on judges who have been reprimanded for not using spiritual moral integrity and actually embarrassing these people, these human beings that came in there to be tried justifiably. These judges has literally embarrassed them, took pictures of them, and more. Right? So let's dive into this. Once again, my name is Master Shaman Josh Sterling. Okay, I talk to the dead. I see past, present, and future. I talk to loved ones. I can hold an object and connect to a past loved one, to a time. Um, I can heal. I am that I am. Um, I want to also say, back in the time when the priest was the pharaoh, in the times that I've lived, this is why. Because people in authority need to hold a sense of spiritual, moral integrity and not just flesh integrity, which leaves holes for drama and trauma. So, people that have not healed from childhood trauma and a place of lack that still have prejudice and judgment, and not righteous judgment, but judgment, hold these places of authority and they don't use them appropriately. Okay? So let's dive into this. All right. So judges going wild. Look at the vision, bro. Oh, that's so cool. Anyway, yeah. All right. So let's get to it. This is the judge's oath. I solemnly undertake that I will perform my duties and exercise my powers as a judge of the International Criminal Court honorably, faithfully, impartially, and consensually, consensuously, and I will and confidential respect the confidentiality of investigations and prosecutions and the secrecy of deliberations. Okay, secrecy of deliberations. Okay, we want to make sure we remember that. Respect confidentiality. Okay. Okay, so this means, you don't go from being, they give these people a throne like they're a king. And as they say, exercise my powers like they're God or something, what have you. But let's be clear, shamans are the only ones with divine authority and power. Okay? Um, so let's get into this more further. So this is ex Judge Otis. Okay, so as I was looking at this footage, they quoted her as being dishonorable. Okay, so while I was looking at this video, she literally was listening to cases and mocking them, laughing at these people that were going through real life issues that had to be in court, probably sweating bullets before they came in there, while she's making a mockery of their anxiety and what they were going through. But that's not it. So a lady pulled the judge to a side and told her that she has random periods and that she, quote unquote, couldn't stand up or whatnot or what have you or whatever. So an employee literally took screenshots of the judge actually making memes about these human beings and laughing at them And this is one of them. When you sneeze on your period, that's what she put, right? It might be funny, but it's completely inappropriate, okay, for a judge to do this, okay? Um, these are multiple memes of different um, criminals because she started working with murder cases and other cases that were like they weren't murder cases, they were misdemeanor cases, but she was making a mockery of their situations and still giving them punishment. Okay, what type of judge does this? All right. And then, so this is a case where this family was locking the kids, this young girl, in a locker without food. And she literally made fun of the case and made it like the family was like the bride of Chucky, and said that the family remind them of the when the hills have eyes. That's what the family reminded them of, right? So inappropriate and disgusting because that's disrespectful, and it's not no laughing matter. You feel me? Um, and see, this is the email of which it came from. There's this thing as I worked back in the day in La Jolla, in San Diego. I worked for a cell phone software company, and there was a thing called email etiquette. And when you have email etiquette, there are things that you say, there are things that you do when you're in a position, a certain position, which this is completely unacceptable. So then a lady walked in, she had stretch marks and whatnot. So the judge created a meme about this human being as she was being tried for a misdemeanor, and literally left her judge's chair. And when she left, she went back and posted a meme of this lady and making a mockery of this lady. Again, this stuff is funny, but it's inappropriate for a judge to do. If you have ever been tried by a judge, inappropriate. Okay. Um, ethics experts' opinions. When you hear what's happening at a state court, deciding whether people live or die, that's astonishing and horrific. Benjamin Edwards, UNLV. You can, she was in motion of trying murder cases, but yet with this type of um, derogatory, dishonorable behavior, is that appropriate? No. Um, Another one was behavior that you associate with high schoolers that of that kind that really kind of undermines the integrity of the judicial system. Charles Gaia, Indiana University. She was being very childish. It's something that should not be going on at work whatsoever on the computer. Again, I can sit here and do a little laugh about it, but unfortunately, it's not funny at all. Um, and I just want to say this is why right now the righteous are rising. The righteous are becoming Supreme Court justices. Okay. And the unrighteous are being let go and figured out because there's people being put behind bars for and they're really innocent because of people like this. Okay. So that's not the only case. So we have another case of ex Judge Collins. That was Arizona. This is Florida. Okay. Her name is Judge Collins, formerly known as. Okay. This is her. A young lady came in, right? And when she came in, she literally was a domestic violence victim. She was late to court, and instead of having a sense of empathy as a woman, she literally, you're not going to believe this. She literally had her handcuffed and put in jail for 3 days when she is the only parent to watch her 3-year-old son. She had a 1-year-old son, but she had to spend 3 days in jail for showing up late. And she was the domestic violence victim that was beat up. Okay? Because she was having a bad day. You understand what I'm saying? This is the guy who abused her. Let's just be clear, okay? Why he happy and whatever, right? So this is when the young lady was crying. It was like, please, I have a 1-year-old son. I didn't mean to make it late. I'm going through a lot right now. And the judge was just like, I don't care what you're going through. And see, this goes against the oath of the courts, of any courts. You have got to consider someone's circumstances, being that we're on the school called Earth. Um, Unfortunately, both of these women had trauma in their life to where it was not balanced. And the first judge, she was really in a childlike lack. When you don't heal from childhood trauma, you have this childlike existence as an adult in which you shouldn't hold leadership positions. She had this issue where she was a battered woman. And so she couldn't find herself to personalize with this young lady because she's still living in the closet and in denial that she getting her ass whooped. Excuse my language. So she couldn't, that's what Spirit said, she couldn't wholeheartedly support her in her tears of agony and pain and domestic violence because that means she would have to keep it real with herself. Okay? That's deep. You feel me? So let's get to the good part of this. So this where Mrs. Collins got her judge. I don't know if you get a judge degree or whatever. She was banned by the courts from being a judge. Okay, this woman was a domestic violence victim. She had a 1-year-old child at home, and because she was late to the trial, the judge gave her 3 days in prison, and she had a 1-year-old baby at home. While the domestic violence, the guy who beat her ass, was able to stay home because of her lack of taking responsibility for her victim mentality while she's in a leadership position. This narcissism got to go. People that's delusional got to go. Okay, that mess got to go. You know, I do believe as a judge, there is a certain sense of spiritual, moral integrity you must hold in any job that's part of the government or in uniform. That is unacceptable to be emotionally involved or to engage in adverse character reactions while in uniform or on duty. Unacceptable. Okay, the court is adjourned. Listen, during this time of this shift into the new world, we are going to see a lot of this corruption in the system coming to a head like a nasty pimple. But we are also going to see God working at putting the righteous people on the throne. So let's be clear that the recropping of humanity right now, there's something good that's going to come in the end. You just can't see it right now. I would love to sit here and say, I want to sit here and pray for all those who've been affected by global disasters, fires, tsunamis, killings, multiple murders, kids being killed by their mothers, murder suicides. It's a lot of that going on. So I would like to say the Lord's Prayer right quick, okay, for humanity, for balance, okay, for balance, for peace, for love, for oneness, okay? Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, that will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our trespasses, so we forgive those that trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Listen, once again, my name is Ja Sterling, Master Shaman. Okay, I talk to loved ones that have passed on, to the dead, animals, anything that's a being. If you need me, I heal. My email is john.sterling@spiritrenewed888.com. I heal with my hands. I heal with my being. I anoint the head with oil, remove anxiety and pain. Okay. I see past, present, and future. So I'm here for guidance. All right. Again, there's a lot of people in leadership positions that will be losing those positions. Life should be a power struggle. And if you are in a leadership position, you need to lead with spiritual, moral integrity. Again, back in the days when the Pharaoh was the priest, where spirit met politics, you might have been able to find you a judge that was together. These days, these narcissists need to get off the throne. It's time for the righteous, i.e., the new Supreme Court Justice Brown. Okay? Listen, I send love and light to all you beautiful souls. You are more than a conqueror. You are victorious. You are more than inadequate. You are necessary, my baby, on everything. Okay? You wake up every morning, you look yourself in the mirror, you tell yourself, I love you. I appreciate you and I forgive you. I don't care what their name is. I don't care who they are. If they don't lift you up in a way that makes you feel loved and encourage you to love yourself, it's time to move forward. Okay? I don't care who they are. Okay? And if they love on you, love on them back. And even the ones that don't love on you, love them anyway, because hurt people hurt people. Okay? And you got to love them regardless from a distance, but love them anyway. And I want you guys to protect yourself during this time. I notice it's a lot of people out here. I never noticed this before, but it's a lot of people out here doing that bootleg black magic voodoo hoodoo shit. Excuse my language. Protect yourself, because people out here trying to steal energy. They trying to steal abundance. They trying to do this, and it's your family. Okay? And people throwing, what's that term they use? Evil eyes and stuff at you. Protect your energy. Like I got my crystals, say your prayers, talk to God, the ancestors, ascended masters of the highest white light. It's time to spiritual evolve. Okay, and if you catch yourself in a position where you're compromised by a cop or anyone in a leadership position that's out using their authority, do not fight fire with fire, because the beast is thirsty and he acts through these people as well, and you will lose your life, as you guys see that on the news as well. So protect your spirit, protect your soul, and self-love. And if anybody stands in the way of that self-love, you let them go. Period. Forgiveness is the key to clarity. Unity is the key to a higher conscious humanity. As a shaman, my job here is not to divide people. It's not to tell people who is more loved than the other person. It's not. That's for people to talk about at home. And that's another point I want to make. Religion, race, all that stuff should be pillow talk, just like your sex. Okay? Do not get out here in humanity thinking anybody is better than anybody. Anybody's better. None of that. Don't voice it. None of that. Because then we get shocked that people out here want to get guns and shoot up shit. But we just made these people feel like they're not going to be around no more. So then the pandemic kick in and they getting in these psychosis. Like, fuck. I'm here to keep it real with y'all. So if we preach unity and everybody love each other and everybody loving to the core, we ain't gonna have to worry about people going grocery shopping being shot up, people at schools and being shot up. You know why? Because them same people out there shooting up shit have been bullied. Somebody have bullied them and told them what they were not, instead of told them what they were. So because people out here telling these kids what they are not and not what they are, that they're beautiful, they out here shooting up stuff because somebody didn't love them enough. Do you understand what I'm saying? Unity is the key to a higher conscious humanity. Whether humanity want to believe me or not, I am a master shaman connected to the Christ consciousness. One of the most powerful shamans in the universe. I'm here to spit facts. God wants unity. God doesn't want division. You know why? Let me give you a clear reason why. Because the world, the universe is vibration. And if we all loved each other and kept a vibration to a certain standard, only then could everyone see heaven on earth. Let's do better, beautiful souls. Again, you're more than a conqueror. You are victorious. Love is the only thing that combats evil. Love is the only thing that could possibly stop a killer. Okay? Don't let nobody address you from who you were 10 years ago. Let them address you as who you are today. And who I am today, my name is Master Shaman Jamel Sterling. Man, y'all, it's a beautiful night. I want to emphasize again for you beautiful souls. If you do find yourself in a situation with a police officer or someone with a soiled spirit that's in a position of authority, you take a second and you pray. Okay? Do not fight fire with fire, or you could lose your life and they could get away with it. Okay, that was the meaning for this show tonight. Okay, hurt people, and unfortunately, hurt people are in leadership positions. Okay. Unity is the key to a higher conscious humanity, higher conscious universe. Love.